再去搞
显存不足吧？
内存。
他让你不能播了，生化4禁播了。
哦，这样子啊？哦，禁播了吗？生化4啊？
我不知道呀，怎么？这不是刚才发了一个说让你调整直播内容吗？让你不要你播了呀？
生化4禁播了吗？
我不知道呀。那么超管提醒为禁播内容，不准播了呀。生化4不能播了吧？估计。
啊，没有，我知道是什么原因了。刚才我那个没有那个最大化。不是生化4禁播，生化4我看他们妈的别人也在播的，不是生化4禁播。
Dark only has 2 queens. Serral is building a 3rd. Serral is also droning hard behind this. Good micro so far by Serral, going after that 3rd hatchery. Baneling's going to try and roll down there. I like the way Dark is kind of disguising what he's up to so far, keeping a Baneling in reserve on the ramp. And Serral does trade the Banelings there. Gets a pretty good Ling fight as well, trapping 2 of those Lings that were trying to retreat. Wouldn't mind Serral turning around just to get 1 hit on that Zergling. But overall,
左上台标，这个台标无所谓。这个
Serral has an overlord over that 3rd. This is a nice position because the queen can't chase you up that ledge very easily. So he's seeing no drones coming out, and indeed, whoa!
哎呦，炸了15条狗。
up the ramp and just lost 15 Zerglings to a
直接一
Baneling,
波了，
guys.
这
no!
大可。
And he's already showing his hand with the roaches. This is a crazy fast rush, but Serral playing
新一枪呀
so safe.
Serral 看到了，直接插管子。
Look at that, the full wall is a hard counter to this build. If you full wall with an Evo chamber, it buys you so much time. Serral with a fantastic way there of giving up his 3rd. He doesn't care about losing his 3rd. He just needs to get roaches out.
现在打 Serral 是不是都是各种一波来一波去的嘛？大可把基地拆了回去运营去了呀。Serral 好像感觉到他运营了，要出来守基地。
不是基地守不住，基地肯定掉，必掉。
他想守呀，他肯定是想守的。
还跟管子算了呀，基地肯定掉，基地。
I said big mistake. It's a small mistake. A spine crawler not able to root this whole time. Finally, Serral's rooting it. Third base does get taken out. Hero Roach does trade pretty
尽量留一点兵吧。
is in favor of Dark after sniping the hatchery. He's been down in
你甩呀，你不甩，你这个啊狗来了。 好了，打一波，顺势反打一波。虽然说没什么用。
继续打一波了，继续压。大可就不要你开基地。
大可后续的蟑螂按出来是为了防守，他知道这波正面的蟑螂是肯定回不去了。
走不掉了，走不掉了。大可的虫卵肯定是有优势的，现在。 对吧？农民数量是一样的嘛，然后虫卵肯定有些优势，科技上吃一点亏。
Very, very close game from here. I like the way Dark did drone out of this, realizing it's been spotted too early. I lost a bunch of my Zerglings to a Baneling. I can't kill you with this. But I also love the respect from Serral saying, just make sure he can't run up my ramp. It's such a fast push, but it doesn't have a lot of follow through. It's like 7 roaches. It's a rush of units getting up there.
还能打，双方都能打。Serral 虫卵吃点亏而已。就是这种局面，他就只能防守。家里面直接跳飞龙了，有2根管子，直接跳飞龙。科技快啊，没问题。这个飞龙跳的很有应对。
其实大可应该在这个时候啊，刚才不应该运营的，直接在蟑螂狗毒爆一波。
该狠一点。
Serral 就没了。
但他求稳吧，他占的优势想求稳。
Serral's going to go for a scout. He'll see that drone count on the 3rd. It'll make him feel pretty safe, but no, he won't see it actually. And he sees a roach popping out, so he might be a little paranoid. Dark doesn't have roach speed, so he really can't push right now. I'm surprised Dark is building so many roaches, in fact. Because he's not really got any way of being aggressive with them. And that's going to make it hard for him to deal with the Mutalisks, because he's not got... The thing is, you need a big economy to deal with Mutas. Mutalisks cost you spores. Every spore you build kills a drone. It costs you queens. Queens are very mineral heavy. So you always want to have a big...
这个飞龙跳出来，大可难受了。
Going into those units.
大克还是想的是3矿，然后直接蟑螂按一波。但是现在这个飞龙跳出来之后，虽然飞龙不会很多啊，这飞龙跳出来之后，现在这个局面他不好按了，他就得出刺蛇。
大克难受，
出刺蛇就是要往后期走了。
慢慢打了。ZVZ 没人和 Zero 练，不是 ZVZ 没人和 Zero 练，欧洲那帮人就不跟 Zero 练。那帮人已经就是克莱姆雷诺他们已经抱团了，就不跟 Zero 练。Zero 就只能去找什么那个什么 Mix U 啊这些练，就是他们芬兰的那个种族，就是那种欧洲3流的那种，找 Mix U 练。然后 ZVT 好歹还找到个牛子哥，牛子哥最近也不想跟他练了。
打得没信心。
牛牛哥哥被 Zero 打爆了，也不想跟他练。然后韩国人也不跟 Zero 练。
3本啊。
You'd like to be going 4th base, infestors, maybe a couple infestors if it was Lingbane muta, but because it's roaches, Dark just wants to confirm that it's a roach follow-up. I notice Cyril denying that scouting. I think Dark can assume you want to go lurk a Viper here. Probably don't even need the Vipers.
你强嘛，别人不想跟你练的呀。
Cyril 也真的是，那个这种练习还出全力。练习说你偶尔，
关键 Cyril 的确是练习出全力的狗皮。
练习你
他妈打牛牛哥哥20-0，打30-0，那是不想跟你练呀。
让你的陪练兄弟你妈的赢2把，对吧？恢复点信心。
是啊，你他妈你总要给他对吧？打，哎，抽几巴掌总要给颗糖吃的，糖都不吃一颗，他妈还要让我陪你练。真的是打个鸟哥都要看录像的，我日了。哎，双线，
完了。
哎，大可没反应过来哦，没反应过来哦，13个农民。我靠，14个，摸惨了，这波农民给。
感染虫，他要干嘛嘛？
慢了点吧，我刷一下。我刷一下就好。卡位置。砸起来。
这两波其实 Cyril 中火中的还是有点多的。一直在拉阵型啊，一直在拉阵型。
Oh man, Dark needs more units out. His infestors are popping. They do have.
第一把，我靠，这定满
哟，这把定家不定家咋可以哦？这把立功了啊！这把感染虫立了个大功，但是大可还是个问题啊，他的农民数量有点少。
哎呀，不要想了呀！现在大可，妈个就无脑按呀！但他现在天上这点飞龙还是有点烦，他大可没法解决。而且打着 Cyril 已经妈5矿都开起来了，大可只有3片矿。
打的是check now，check now 是什么意思？
不知道。
啊，兄弟们 ，check now 是什么意思
？没听到。
Cyril 就跟他换了呀。常换。
大可就这波火蟑螂，火蟑螂死了，大可就输了。哇靠，这个定！
我就检查一下麦克风是吧？检查一下麦克风不应该 testing 吗？我看他们那个测麦克风都 testing。
那是测试，妈检查跟是检查，测试是测试啊。
飞龙骑在脸上随便搞了呀。
哎，现在感染虫也不厉害，就打 ZVZ 的，我不是说打其他种族啊。ZVZ 感染虫其实定没有想象中那么厉害。
没有以前那么猛了，因为可以动啊。以前感染虫定住不能动的时候是很猛。
这都打不过，那说个锤子。
开局有优势都没打过，我靠！被他飞龙一转就直接打回来了。遮一遮，苏哥遮一遮。
我遮了。
Check it out 是注意看的意思。哦。
350 or 4 minutes. It was pretty quick. Pretty darn quick, man. You ain't gonna catch him out with the rogue build, sadly, for Dark. It's a good way to start the series and put Cyril on the back foot. I think Dark would have been perfectly fine killing the third. But remember
我怎么又立起来了？
it was kind of weird that he was building
因为我朋友帮你找了张图片。
because you can't really do
哦。
slow roach attack. You can.
你他妈你现在已经对号入座了是吧？
And then of course he was making a lair.
他妈的，这个不是拿我的照片改的吗？这狗逼！
Whereas Cyril was more like build Spire, I have 10 roaches, nothing but drones while making Spire, and then make the roaches later. So I think Cyril should have been a bit further behind. I feel like Dark could have gone straight to 60 drones. The problem is he didn't scout with any Zerglings. I don't know if he didn't have any Zerglings, but if he
走一走，瞧一瞧了。
There was no roach counter attack, and he could have been
我跟你们说了呀，他这个比赛到最后结束应该能够筹个7000刀。 然后现在对于他来说，就决赛首先在打嘛，那决赛打完他还要逼会儿，还要打。
他反正是把这个钱是滚到再下一届嘛，
对啊，
他每一届就1万美金。
I heard Cyril has another brother named Sean Strickland. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, you know Cyril's from the heartland of America, right? He's the goddamn salt of the earth. He's what makes the country.
又是裸双开啊，双方上来。
其实他这比赛也不是邀请的，他这个是打选拔赛打出来的。
邀请的一些选拔，
邀请的对，邀请的一些对。
邀请加选拔嘛。哎，嘎姐她，哎，P 哥好像也参加了这个嘎姐他们的做的那个游戏嘛。
不知道，
就他也参加了呀，他在里面不知道负责什么，反正他也在这个团队里面。一个他，一个嘎姐，一个那个 Caz 嘛。
他妈有没有可能就是这个游戏其实没什么名气，其实但是他做的真的很像星际。 然后就找一些星际相关的选手啊、解说主播这些，妈个鸡，反正我就给你们发，就每个月发点钱，你们就当入职我这边就好了，有没有这个可能呢？
有可能的呀。那嘎姐是做平衡性嘛，在那边可能肯定也不他一个人做啊，就给点平衡性的意见嘛。
嗯，对啊，做顾问呀。
有可能。这个游戏不是众筹做的，是他们之前也在做众筹。众筹其实也是一种宣传。他妈众筹，哎，40万美金众筹出来就能做一个游戏呢，我还不信呢。他这个游戏质量做的还可以啊，看起来。你40万美金怎么做啊？肯定不够的呀。
没错，
对吧？这个肯定是他中间有一个，他应该是一个工作室，然后做了，然后再找这些星际的选手啊，这些过来一起搞搞嘛，这个也很正常。风暴之门啊，风暴之门前段时间发了一个他们恶魔族的几个小视频，但是测试他们没有开，所以也没有人玩到过这个恶魔族是什么样子。然后他们的 CEO。 就是 Team 他们，还有他们那个什么商务总监，还是不对，不是商务总监，那 Kara 是负责社区的，就负责社区的总监，然后他们会在11月来上海这边，来我们这边，不知道有什么事儿要谈，然后看到时候能不能约他们聊聊天什么的。 吹吹牛逼，想了解一下他们的东西。他们肯定不是来找我的呀，他找我搞嘛。
你太高，
他们应该是过来找那个，他们应该是在国内谈了国内的代理，然后可能有几家吧，对吧？他们肯定都要约了。 聊一聊嘛，面谈一下嘛，
至少见个面，
也肯定很多事情不可能在网上谈的呀。
对，然后他们肯定要带点游戏的东西过来，让那几家先看看情况，对吧？ 探个路，
对啊，就可能约了几家这种游戏公司的谈代理吧。
那人家游戏公司也不傻的呀，我靠你妈的，我就看到你这个演示画面，然后就开始跟你聊合作了呢，肯定我要看清楚的呀。
都看光了，这个大克上面的蟑螂巢被看到了，蟑螂巢藏上面一般来说是要打一波的。
啊，这样现在大克是可以选择不打一波。
他们肯定在国内想找代理的呀。那至于找谁我就不知道了。做成电竞比赛给腾讯是最优解。哎呀，那腾讯有腾讯好，腾讯也有腾讯不好的地方。你不能说你啥东西给腾讯就一定能成的，这也不一定的呀。
如果啥东西腾讯都能成的话，腾讯为什么不自己做游戏？为什么还要去找游戏？
去代理？
对啊，那代理你是要花钱的呀。
哪里不好啊？那比如说他如果这个游戏上来不行，那有可能就被雪藏掉了呀。就没了呀，有可能把服给你关了呀，
有可能，
这是有可能发生的呀，对吧？你说这个游戏上来很火，做得很好，很火，那你再加上腾讯大投入去干电竞，那我觉得，
而且他们内部有评级的，你评到什么级，他们就按照什么级别的这个资源
给什么资源嘛，
对
啊，配什么资源。
He says, how about that, Cyril? How about a taste of your own medicine, mate? Not as big, because Cyril hadn't droned the third base up very much yet. I wouldn't have minded Cyril trying to do a bit of a pressure here with the Roachling, make it look like he's attacking.
其他公司不火就不关，不是其他公司可能要求没有那么高。腾讯的火，哎，兄弟们，腾讯对一个游戏评价的火，跟他妈其他公司对一个游戏评价的火，可能不是一个火呀。是不是这么回事嘛？
Roach speed's on the way as well as his +1. Cyril could hit a roach speed +1 timing before the Mutalisks are on the map. But because he's already up at 66 drones, it doesn't
又是大可这手反手跳飞龙了。
to go out for a 4th base and to continue scouting. Overseer's going to fly in. He's seen the spy with the changeling. I think the changeling must have spotted that, guys. Let's go to Cyril's camera and get into his mind for his response. He's making another overseer, which makes me think, okay, no, Hydra Den. Now remember, guys, Hydras is okay if you're playing against Roach Muta. I would say the big thing is you don't want to commit to too many. Usually you're going to go just the movement speed upgrade and you're going to get maybe 5, 6, 7. You don't want to get too many Hydralisks because they're very expensive. Lings hiding in the top left. He's going to try and run in with Banelings. There are Overlords.
看到飞龙塔了 ，Zero 直接刺着塔。这是他第一视角吗？
Roach count for both sides. If we watch the unit tab, you can see Cyril there just checked
切回来了。
He just checked the spy.
已经看完了，看这个飞龙塔。
Let's get back to everyone's camera now. Dropperlord is on the way here for Cyril, so he's going to try and go around the back with a Dropperlord past this Overlord and do a Baneling drop. Not a bad idea, but definitely something you'll have to wait until the mutas are maybe on his side of the map. +1 range is finishing for him, whereas +2 is a bit ahead here for Dark. Dark is on 20 seconds already upgraded. Speed Overlord confirms that Mutalisks did indeed get constructed.
蟑螂刺蛇，这个刺蛇出的很快啊，我飞龙也骚不到东西。大可是飞龙转至蟑螂一波，那也打不进去啊。Zero 第一时间就出了刺蛇，他怎么打进去啊？他蟑螂火蟑螂硬拱了，大力出奇迹去了。Zero 这边投一下毒爆，能炸几个炸几个，拖时间。 这个局面 ，Zero 阵型拉好一点，大可没什么机会啊。
He's forgotten +2, ladies and gentlemen. That's a big one. Dark is getting very far ahead, and he's distracting, which is going to keep Cyril's attention away from that. Cyril, unless he's going for a +1 all in right now, he needs to start that upgrade. And you know what? He might be going.
拼不了飞龙啊！这他妈飞龙他现在就是飞龙走一圈，然后蟑螂顶一波，大力出奇迹，顶一个2攻的这个 timing。但是 Zero 是有刺蛇 ，Zero 先出手了。Zero 反手刺蛇，蟑螂刺蛇一波顶脸上。
Dark's pretty well set up to defend. I don't see Dark dying to this. The mutas are finding little bits of harassment damage.
直接顶脸上，大可的兵其实比 Zero 想的要多。
Decided to try to finish this with a clean, simple timing attack. His face looks a little bit anxious. I think he realizes it's going to be very hard to break Dark here. Dark though, look at that concave. Nicely done, good setup. The mutas do try to come in from behind for Dark. He's dropping vials peppered across the front line.
直接往里顶进去，这刺蛇输出爆炸了。
It's a pretty good army right now. Hitting just before the +2 finishes. The Hydras actually do a lot of damage. I may have underestimated Serral's timing attack. The Queens for Dark a little slow. Serral has a single
飞龙回来，但是有点站不住，刺蛇有点多。两个人对头，大克新的部队看能不能出来，继续顶在这里，继续耗，砸一下火，逼刺蛇走位，但刺蛇走过来把飞龙先打光，打不进去啊 ！Serral 这波，大克新出的部队，就是 Serral 对大克的暴兵能力判断啊，稍微的判断的。怎么说呢？他可能是低估了大克的这个暴兵能力，而且攻防上来说，大克因为有2攻，
怎么就结束了？
所以最后他顶不动。对，他是这样的 ，Serral 打了一个刺蛇蟑螂一波，然后过去，大克是飞龙转蟑螂。Serral 没有2攻，大克打的时候后来2攻好了。有点超过 Serral 的预计了，就大克的暴兵比 Serral 想的要强。Serral 过去的时候大概是170、180人口，蟑螂刺蛇，大克是200人口火蟑螂，没顶穿。这个东西其实就是判断问题了，就是大克比 Serral 想的暴兵要强。1比1了啊。
So confused.
Easy， 蹭你妈
People can get their fucking tits out anywhere. Who cares? I have been a big advocate.
哎呀，刺蛇这个东西怎么说呢？就刺蛇这个东西就是站住了很厉害，站不住你妈的就飞。刺蛇站住了输出还可以的。
You should be able to have a little bit of the sack out. Not a large amount, just a little bit. Like a little hole cut in the pants and just like a little bit of the ball. Not the schlong, but the balls, but only if they're well groomed as well. Only if they're well groomed. We're going to be a little bit nitpicky about it.
这个狗逼你妈的又在放视频，他他妈比赛才打了2场，他就开始放视频。现在是他们大概他们澳洲时间几点嘛？
啊？
我来说什么？
澳洲时间。澳洲时间是不是跟我们差不多啊
？Talking about Protoss OP as he launches that ball in the sneaky observer, perving on Beyond's position.
对啊，澳洲跟我们差不多吧，加2个小时是吧？减7个小2个小时时差。
I tried to cancel it, but I couldn't click on him. Shit. This is also the place we were at in Bali, where because it was like they gave the fish
凌晨1点呢是吧？他们都。
Constantly be like, have you guys heard? Heaven is just beyond the edge.
对啊，澳洲跟我们时间差不多呀。
On that little edge bit, and they would flip themselves down into this little gutter that had like a trickle.
你这个只是纬度不一样啊，经度差不多的。
So this guy's job was to come.
是这样吗？
对不对嘛？时间只跟经度有关系吧。
And we had this whole lore about how like when they got back, people would be like, "What was it like in the other side in the tropical paradise?" And then they'd tell the other fish, "Oh, it was great, it was amazing," because they'd be too.
它这个是什么池塘？
就那种水池塘呀，水就是普通的池塘呀。你妈养了一些这种鱼。
I think she's just hoping they're stuck on ground versus ground, and when she sees these first carriers, her heart will sink. Her heart is absolutely going to sink because you don't got stuff that shoot up. And when you don't got stuff that shoot up, the stuff that's flying, it shoots down.
孙哥懂不懂经度纬度？
不懂呀，干嘛？
纬度就是横着的，经度就是竖着的。
Easy to understand. I don't know, guys. I've
就知道这个就好了。
I hope you can let me know in the comments how you rate it.
不是，我要懂这些东西干嘛？
那
妈，这个懂不懂也没有啥什么意义。
What？
孙哥连乘法都不用，乘法要学吧，孙哥。
他妈去死吧！乘法不是很正常的东西吗？我靠！
不是，我说乘法有没有用？
乘法有用的呀，乘法是有用的。
Oh my！
那除法呢？
除法也是有用的呀。
除法有什么用啊？
All towards Pigfest 5 as well now. Thank you so much for the appreciation.
反正
除法你平时什么地方用得到除法呀？
有一些事情上你会用到除法的。
Alright. We got ourselves a series Dark in the bottom right now. I like that. A bit of a confidence booster. Looking pretty solid there.
分账的时候除法有点用是吧？好像是啊。好像是 AA 制的时候有点用，但是妈孙哥把单都买了，那不就不用了呀？
没有这个实力。
你每次过来他跟你分的时候，孙哥说分个毛，我买了，那不就好了吗？
And then I guess correcting it in the last series verse Dark, he's like, yeah, we're not going to get Cyril out. Cyril's lost his like 2 or 3 games to early pools for the year. He's been reminded, knowing Cyril. He's got a bunch of Zergs to practice 12 pool, 13, 12, 1 base lane Bane on him. Like
我也是文盲，我就是文盲啊，怎么了？不能当文盲吗？感谢兄弟，我实验不顺没文章的一个飞机，感谢兄弟，
感谢兄弟。
Dark wisely trying to hit him with some later timing, some more surprising build orders. It's funny because EVZ used to be a knife fight in a phone booth. It really felt so random. And it really was Cyril who revolutionized Zerg vs Zerg back in 2018. He was the first Zerg who showed that you can both macro perfectly, block their scouting with a wall off, while circling Zerglings around their base, poking in with overlords, and macroing and hitting your injects, and kind of scout what your opponent's up to and respond as is necessary. And it was kind of mind-blowing. I guess we could argue the maps got a little bit bigger, but and that part of what allowed it over time is the maps used to be very small in the earlier days of StarCraft 2, but I feel like he got very, very powerful with it.
感谢球奶我实验不顺没文章的飞机，感谢兄弟啊。
Was it because his upgrades were late? I actually don't think so. I think he simply just felt like, hey, this has a good chance of killing him. I scouted the mutas early enough. I've got my Hydras. I'm not really taking any real damage. And Roach Hydra attacks really hard to stop, especially if Dark drones up greedily. So I think for Cyril in that last game, he basically was just saying to himself, like, this is a good time.
都一样，反正先绕2个小我去看一下情况。
And if you just commit confidently to a really good timing attack, especially if you're known for being more of a greedy player or more defensive, which I think a lot of players still think of Cyril as that sort of player. I think he was just hoping to catch Dark off guard, but Dark had played it so well. You know, a little Baneling harass on the 3rd base. He macroed way better than we're used to seeing from Dark. Remember what I said about Dark, guys? He's not getting supply blocked in these games. It's such it sounds silly, but it does feel like Dark, ever since that GSL finals, which he did lose, and he didn't look that amazing in the GSL finals versus Maru, let's be real. But it feels like all the practice for it led to him after that finals in the following month playing like a beast. It feels like maybe he just had an off day, didn't quite perform, but all the practice, the grinding, the focus to get.
感觉上好像两边都不打算压制啊。毒爆，反正待会儿家里面变1-2个毒爆，然后就在家里面防守了。
He's going to hit a 44 supply block as the Overlord pops. That's not just like, oh, you're not getting supply block. That's like near perfect.
这2代过也看不到什么东西。
Macro, like the Overlord timings are actually deliciously well timed, and that makes me very impressed. Roach Warren goes down for both players at about 340. And you can see, this is the meta I talked about, where they're both so afraid of like Roach Baneling attacks and stuff like that. They're making very quick Roach Warrens.
ZVZ 妈个鸡，那怎么办嘛？那打出来是 ZVZ，
might even get a drone with his harassment.
对不对嘛？
Nicely done.
对呀。
那说不定以后有很多比赛决赛都是 ZVZ。你们别说，
没有吧？最近决赛很久没有 ZVZ 了吧？
我就说啊，
决赛不都是 TVZ 吗？没有神族的，真的。决赛很久没有 ZVZ。前段时间决赛不都是 TVZ 吗？神族是有点惨。
Maybe 20 seconds behind, not a big deal. Second gas starts up there for Cyril. He's already got amazing mineral mining. Oh, Dark comes in.
哎呦，这波摸的可以啊！8个农民 ，Cyril 没反应过来。
很烦。
这8个农民摸的 Cyril， 本来偷出来的农民全吐出来了。
When you're buying fruit from the supermarket, also when you're buying drone kills from your opponent's mineral line, and he just picked the juiciest, most flavorful.
有点可惜。
point. I love how he got right in between about
受不了了，
4 or
贪
5
管子。
different mineral patches that were all stacked up mining.
去拿个
And
东西。
that's actually a really important detail. I see a lot of low-level players just like blow up on the edge of the mineral line. But you want to blow up like
大可
right
这种
here in
细
the
节
middle,
还是不错
right
的。
here in the middle.
哎，不
where
过
you can
侧
get
面可以看出 Cero 的 ZVZ 没有他其他两个对抗那么的精细。
Cyril's face is still looking a little bit frustrated. You could see his mouth. He was kind of eating his own lips for a little bit. Very common frustrated face.
就你明显感受得出来。
Just let that happen. And to be fair, guys, he only had about 2 seconds to react. The issue there is not slow reaction. It's why was there not an overlord up here? He has great vision everywhere else, but he was just simply missing an overlord in a vital position. Now, why did he have 3 overlords down here this early and not have an overlord up there? That's simply a mistake. So executionally, Cyril will be aware of that. He'll be frustrated with himself. Despite that, he is miles ahead on the economy, and that's because Dark is going for an all-in. And you know what? He can't scout it, man. This is a fake gas here, guys. Oh wait, the changeling gets in. He sees
在这个侦查也算是不错，各种侦查。
大
大哥直接蟑螂一波了，一攻蟑螂的 timing， 我们看一下这波蟑螂一波有没有机会啊？你还敢开4矿是吧？
Cyril is making a 4th and overlord speed. He was not watching the changeling for that 1 second when it saw an undersaturated mineral line, and now he's in the doo-doo. He does cancel overlord speed, but without 2 spine crawlers, I don't think he can handle the.
这个 Cero 我觉得不是那么好守，火蟑螂也没时间变出来，来得太快了，狗包上来，但被赌爆撞了一下。
Cero needs to pull drones right now. If you got to pull drones.
好的，就给你打一波啊！妈了个鸡，生死有命，富贵在天，拼了！这个蟑螂差距有点大，机器了直接。
Dark with a vicious overwhelm. Cyril there just didn't have the overlord on the top, got caught by the banelings, was playing super greedy to recover, and that made him even more vulnerable to Dark's follow-up. That was really clean. Dark!
2比1，哎呀，妈个鸡，就是打一波。
I really thought Cyril was the favorite going into this. He does historically have an advantage win rate. I believe it's 9 wins 7
还没结束呢。
series.
这比赛打完，如果赢了他刮胡子吗？哇，他现在目标已经降低啦。这比赛不是 P 级比赛啊。
I'm all here for it, everybody. I'm so keen, man. All 3 games so far, the first player that got a bailing hit in the 3rd mineral line.
我记得他说是在 GSL 上拿冠军才刮胡子的呀，他不可能这个比赛拿冠军刮胡子，这不可能的。
Absolutely right. What's up, Fishmack? Unfortunately, Germany's way for me to fly, my dude. I do wish home story cups like.
哎，冠军才3500刀，对吧？他现在总奖金1万刀嘛，冠军拿35%嘛，那就3500刀。3500刀他就刮胡子，那说明一件事情，就是他想刮胡子，没有别的原因，就是他想刮胡子了，他不想再留胡子了。那然后就刮也就刮了。
I think I'll definitely get to one again, but probably not anymore this year. I've done a lot of traveling in the last year since COVID opened up, man. I went to Japan this year, went to Spain, went to Sweden. I went to bloody Bali in the last year. Went to America in the last year. Went to Singapore. It's been kind of crazy, man. I'm going to Melbourne in like 2 weeks just for a weekend as well for PAX as well. So I'm like, shit, it's so much travel this year after a few years of sitting in.
其实大可拿个冠军也挺好的，说不定这是大可服兵役前最后一个冠军了。虽然是个线上冠军，但是也不错，我说实话。
We went to Seville, Granada, and Madrid. Oh my god, dude! Southern Spain, middle of summer, so hot, so beautiful, so good. My girlfriend says that Chan is stupid. Gladiar. This is for Gladiar's girlfriend.
应该是快了吧？我具体我不知道。
Okay.
我是觉得应该快了。
What you realize is Twitch chat is the literal. What you're looking at is a transcript, right? You know a transcript is like a recording of a. In case English isn't your first.
大可可以啊，大可。
Now imagine.
就打一波啊，别搞这种有的没的呀。
把土豆去掉，让你。
去掉。
Dudes drinking beer, watching football, watching soccer, right? And some of them are fat, and some of them are thin, and some of them are ugly, and some of them are sporty, and some of them are not. But they're about 50%, maybe 20% are right now going, run faster, you friggin' idiot, while spilling beer down their shirt, spilling meat pie sauce on their cheeks. And they're like, oi, why are you guys so stupid, dumb fucking idiots? You know, like basically that's like.
不，现在就是这些韩国人好像找到打 Zero 的办法了。
You got to realize the only difference is those people are typing.
也就 ZVZ 吧，其他对抗就算了吧。
对啊，就是 ZVZ 啊。我觉得应该是 Sola 呀，他们那帮人天天在讨论怎么 ZVZ 干 Zero。大可肯定也参与在里面的。
I've been that guy as well. It's fun. Just don't judge everyone by those outbursts. Just remember when it's written in written form, it seems. More like
雷洛真小人叫人不跟的 Zero 练 ZVZ。
Right, guys, let's go game 4. Cyril is behind.
哎呀，这个东西我只能这么说。
正常的呀，就选手越少，他们互练的机会就越少。
我只能这么跟你们说。
你选手多的时候，很多选手
这个东西是妈的一个巴掌拍不响的。那妈的，别人到最后不跟 Zero 练，有时候他妈也要 Zero 也要问问看自己的原因的。我说真的啊，自己肯定也是有原因的。
自己有啥原因吗？就自己太强了的。
哎，你平常可能不是太强了，你平常也不主动去找人练啊，或者怎么样的，对吧？也除了练习不跟人家不跟别人聊天，妈的这种。
那有没有可能他们那边的人？妈的就不练呀，就不是那种啊，就不想跟你练就不练的呀。
Cyril starts a Bailey nest. Dark starts his just a few seconds later. Same build orders, guys. In terms of the opening 2 to 3 minutes, it's almost always identical.
这个东西就是选手多的时候，他们其实选手，比如大家互相都有竞争力，就会分小圈子练。妈，就你一个人强，那怎么跟你练呢？
是倒是啊。
Zero 这个时候应该去养点小弟。妈，你要带这些小弟吃肉的呀，他们才会陪你练呀。对吧？你养点小弟，然后妈的这些小弟就专干雷诺啊这些。
31 drones versus 28 workers. All right, nice scout for Cyril. Sees a little bit of a ling pressure coming. It's not actually
是这样的，他跟别人练啊，就比如跟李佩南这些人练的时候，也是需要去提醒一下李佩南，就你哪些地方没做好，对吧？
他提醒的呀，他不教李佩南 ZVT 吗？教完顺手就把大河干了。
The European players were famous for seeing 40 running at them when this style first became popular and morphing a single Baneling and going back to building.
说明教的还不够，我跟你说。
They did end up adding a little bit.
然后 ZVZ 你也要去教的呀，你 ZVZ 不教的吗？你 ZVZ 也要教的呀。
Crazy greedy.
我的意思就是他应该教李佩南的时候要懂得适可而止。
对啊，你教完之后，然后故意
你妈的你极限抗压，你让李佩南30比0，他妈怎么都跟你练嘛？
你比如教了李佩南之后，
打到后面 ZVT 都不会打了。
教完李佩南之后，你马上跟他练的时候，比如说今天再打5盘，马上让李佩南赢个1-2盘，对吧？那李佩南瞬间有信心了，
增长点信心，
对不对？
你老是让李佩南跟你打，然后打30比0，对吧？然后被李佩南打完了之后，不跟你练的时候，他妈出去打 Ranga 纳罗克打东拉姑还能赢，他妈跟你练完之后被 Ranga 纳罗克东拉姑乱干，那就会怀疑自己跟你练有没有意义，那以后就不跟你练了呀。你让他增长点信心，说不定他你妈把东拉姑和 Ranga 纳罗克干了，觉得哎呦我靠，跟 Zero 练果然有靠谱，然后以后天天拖着你练。是不是这么回事嘛？
说的没错。
妈跟你练完妈没效果，那就不想练了呀。你要学会科学养猪呀！
不是这个，不是0-7怪不怪 Zero， 而是你要又是一波大可，
你把他信心打没了。
对，你要觉得因为你要跟这个人练，所以说有些时候你要给这个兄弟尝点甜头的。他每天都拿棒子去敲打他，妈的他再强人都会没有信心。
大可又是一波，
哇靠，这个撞的
这一波
毒爆要保住。
2根管子 ，Zero 有点削，但是 Zero 还有一些毒爆保 高低，
对，后
大概用蟑螂点毒爆，蟑螂点毒爆，
点不到，点不到，
扛住了，我觉得 Zero 扛住了，
扛住了，
扛住了。他这个毒爆护住了，没让对方一直贴上。
尝点甜头就是
感谢球老鲜奶阿森纳输球的一个非常
感性。尝点甜头就是你让他赢，就平常练习不要那么功利，让他赢2盘，让他觉得你妈的这样打是对的，或者说打得很焦灼，对吧？让他觉得有机会。对，这样的话他就觉得，哎，我靠，你妈的你不仅跟我练习，还教我怎么打，我靠，还蛮有效果的。那你妈岂不死心塌地的跟着你了，我靠，对不对？
妈以后就是你的人。
对，以后李培南就是你的人了呀。
但李培南他妈是个2步仔啊！一旦他超过你，他就再也不会。
他们就是因为他不可能超过你才去教他，当他超过你的时候，你就不用去教他了呀。
有道理。李培南这个狗以前妈的天天舔卫星，自从卫星他妈不行了之后，就谁是李哥，你妈这种话都说得出口。
这个不是 RPQ， 这个是就你想你已经被一些人排挤了，然后你这个时候就那个还肯跟你练的人，你当然要你妈的组成一个小圈子练习的，不然的话你怎么办？
你要拉自己的圈子。直接小狗绕一波，传不进去，到处都是毒爆，我靠，没机会。我大可这波口传的还挺精彩的，把 Zero 的部队拖回来了。什么？小孩夺冠了？街霸6让2追6夺冠，那么牛逼！他不是街霸6不行吗？你们不是说小孩街霸6很菜吗？怎么夺冠了？
小孩这个格斗游戏真的有东西。
有天赋的呀！我靠，这波大克小狗吃了很多火力啊！哦，国内比赛是吧？哦，是国内比赛。我还以为你们说的是这个世界大赛。前段时间你们不是说世界大赛不强吗？
赢了增长信心就会打。不，你要看赢谁的呀？赢我们两个有什么用啊？你要硬说这种东西有什么意义嘛？你跟我硬说这种东西，说明你根本就没有，就根本就不了解职业选手。
什么东西赢我们？
他说你妈的，如果赢了就有信心的话，那每天跟我们打就好了。那你妈的要看对手的呀。
赢我们，他觉得是应该的呀。
And it's like he can barely squeeze through and feel the walls on either side. Because once these tunneling claw roaches start going in, whoo, man. There's going to be roaches on the left, roaches on the bottom. He's going to need overseers everywhere. He needs his unit split.
石油被小孩打会不会抢好？哎，石油被打完没有啊？他后面的比赛我们就没关心了。
打完了吧？应该那么久了。
不知道呀，很久没关心了。Zero 头蟑螂也被防住了。Zero 攻防领先一些啊，大可没有2攻。
Splits them between the main and the natural, and that allows him to start running roaches in the third and the fourth right now. Now he misses this window, and he has to tech to Hive. But his Hive is way later. Dark is already on the way. That is a huge mistake for Cyril. And I know sometimes I call things huge mistakes, and they're not. That is a massive mistake. His whole play is mid-game Roach Hydra with Tunneling Claw's aggression. Without having that, he's now forced to play late game, and Dark gets a free pass past the scariest part in the game. This is absolutely incredible. Yes, I love it. Twitch chat is shouting in all caps. Everybody, you know the words from Artosis' stream. It didn't make.
Zero 要来了啊！这波大可攻防2攻马上要好了。
所以两边都出第4的，其实都是3分。
只要2攻好了就行。
那这波是有刺蛇的，有刺蛇就不一样了。
大可补了7根管子，我让他砸一砸，把自己2攻拖起来。
哎呦，还有毒爆。
Careful, mate.
毒爆来了，有反应，飞龙过来先把毒爆清了。
可以，这我可以。
对面蟑螂，火蟑螂砸一砸，拖时间，管子玩好了，守住不成问题。
这波我觉得其实可以莽过去，我靠，没多少兵啊，你主场作战，你后续蟑螂顶得起来就好了。他他妈都是刺蛇打 A 的时候你就砸点火。哎，这个
埋地洞，但是这边有管子，很关键啊，这根管子，
这根管子很重要，
关键。
Dark here, setting himself up so that he can F2. This is actually amazing. A lot of players would try to put overseers everywhere, but Dark is like, screw that. I'll just put a spine in every base, and then I can pretty much F2 when I need to.
这妈个这管子也护不住所有的矿啊。
He should have sent some roaches and an overseer to deal with this. And this is part of why I said this would be hard for Dark, because I think it was this exact same map in the last series they played.
全皇靠石油佬，石油佬不是把 SNK 收了吗？
Dark did not really respond to it properly. I think the reason is Dark doesn't really have a
石油佬是不是把 SNK 收了吗？
说的没错。
He just kind of manually grabs stuff, so it always takes him a little bit longer. If you're attacking him on the front, he's not as methodical with cleaning up roaches around the base. Cyril is up onto Hive now, guys. He's got his 3-3 on the way. He's making lurker upgrades. Dark also is making lurker upgrades. Notice Dark always goes for lurker
飞龙绕一绕
adaptive talents before going for the other upgrade, because Dark likes to try and find an opening and get his lurkers in a good position. Whereas Cyril's just saying,
现在看拼飞蛇了，第一次反大家都有，
大家继续拼嘛。收 S 不是石油了，把 SNK 收了，就是做拳皇的这个公司。那公司最早之前是个中国这边的人是老板，是大股东，不对，也不能叫老板，叫大股东。后来他把这个卖给沙特人，
那岂不是赢了？
要赢了吧，反正他就卖了。那个是另外一个朋友跟他关系蛮好的，他跟我说。有一次聊起来，我在那里说沙特人做这个什么，做石油杯什么的，我说沙特人开始搞游戏了。然后他就说：“哎，把我朋友公司收了。”我说：“我靠，你朋友什么公司？”他说：“朋友 SNK 呀，这你妈！”
Kill so many capital ships, spellcasters, full metavacs with corrosive bar. Like no one else has the same hit rate. Is it just he just throws them more often? So he catches players like not looking more? Like I don't understand.
大可他妈的这种
You never meant to hit a viper.
他没飞蛇，大
可没飞蛇，不好搞。
Who catches Cyril not looking at that? I don't know. I've never seen that.
Cyril 打的这个局面，他的这个叫做飞蛇的控制啊，打得非常的顺。
没打进来啊，有第四的呀。
Should be fine. Cyril's maintaining an 8-worker advantage. They both have big banks. But the 3-3 finishing is actually huge. So the +3 carapace is going to negate 1.5 of Dark's attack upgrades. So it's going to be pretty damn effective. It's going to be like having
我大波3为什么那么惨？求石油佬收了，这把石油佬不玩魔3呀！石油佬你妈玩多大的？
哎呦，
哎，这个大可的这个虫洞有点东西啊！
飞
蛇要去破，要不然的话上不了这个口。
或者拉呀，拉吧。
飞蛇拉过来，但是地次有点多，我跟你说。
也得拉呀。
你第一时间你还上不来，你第一时间肯定上不来，主基地被抬了，因为正面还有很大的压力嘛。好了，他直接上去。直接上去抬主基地去了，大可这个虫洞神来之笔啊！
还好这个主基地不是这3本基地
啊，对，3本基地不在这里。其实为了抬这个付出还是挺大的，不少地次死在这里了。Cyril 也是反顶一波。
So it's still going to be a similar base count at the end of this. Oh, Cyril's trying to shove up the ramp. A bunch of roaches got up there and tried to flank it, but
只能靠飞车慢慢拉了呀，不然的话解决不了呀。多路口你怎么上嘛
？Beautiful position. You cannot get up that ramp. Dark is doing such a good job, but the drones are burrowed. They're hiding there. Army supply very similar. Mass Hydra coming in behind us. He doesn't have Hydra upgrades. Dark has no Hydra upgrades.
怎么
？Oh my god!
大可怎么没有防的呀？我靠，他只有攻没防的。
大哥就想用虫洞打出一个多线，
刺蛇感觉速度也没升完，
打不过吧？他这波刺蛇他怎么打呀？
搞笑了。
别人有飞蛇的，他没法正面接。大哥想提节奏，但没提起来。再变一波弟子，但是他没飞蛇，还是
每天的过来就看 S Boy 的钻石粉丝，感谢兄弟啊！
感谢兄弟，他还是没有飞蛇，大哥这个问题。而且攻防上来说，对方是3攻3防，他是3攻1防，现在刚刚1防才好，之前连1防都没有，3攻0防，那肯定攻防上还是有差距的。你又没有飞蛇，你最后跟别人决战的时候，你还是打不过啊。对方有飞蛇啊，最后还是。
拉，飞蛇拉掉2条，有什么拉什么现在。
4 of Serral's Vipers, didn't lose any of his own. He has lost a lot more lurkers, but of course that's because that push into the main. Serral comes in, denies Dark's 5th again. Dark is a god of taking good fights. The problem for Dark is that Serral is the god of everything. Serral is expanding.
现在想通了呀，现在就看谁飞蛇多啊，谁飞蛇多谁就赢了。飞蛇只要在一场飞蛇之间拉锯中啊，只要能站得下来，那之后再去搞第4。只要飞蛇能站得住就很可以，就看谁飞蛇多。我感觉这场 Zero 还是要
拼呗，拼飞蛇呗。大克自然没升速度，哎，这一波大克招的有点动啊。好，也悟一把，
你悟嘛。
但总的来说，这个位置 Zero 还是好一些。不过，
哎，
后面大克悟的还行，这几把悟的还行。从刚才这波交锋来说的话，大克战损肯定还是亏的。哎，偷一个第4可以。
拉呀！我在主场作战，我吸能量比较快一点呀。
绕倒没什么问题，外面有一些第4防守。
防不住吧，
问题不大。
有
问题不大。
大
克自由速度终于快好了，
但他2防一直没有点啊，这个是个问题。
对，哎呀，我说实话，防点没点，跟他妈这正面打的赢打不赢，还是看飞蛇的。
啊，对。
他妈悟他好一点，你没点2防也打赢。毕竟都是3攻的刺蛇和第4。
眼虫也可以拉的呀，看到什么拉什么呀，这个时候。
哎呦，被搞了个多线，又开始了，又是那种，
哎，
完了，多线有点，我感觉他多线有点打不过 Zero。Zero 很习惯的就是用一个第4一搞，这边就开始过来偷东西。不过大克扩张还行啊，大克现在把钱也扩张起来了。
好嘞，拉呀！
He keeps on abducting these units. He's got 7 Vipers versus 1.
对啊，有什么拉什么，飞蛇能量反正又不要钱的。
Remaking those Vipers and it's cost him big time. Serral's got that big bank, and this is what I was talking about with Serral doing many things at once. Even though he was way ahead earlier, he did forget Burrow. It gave Dark a chance back in the game. Dark got a massive Nidus Worm off. I love that move. I do think if he kind of remembered those Hydra upgrades, this would be a very different game. Very different series, but Serral hanging on. He's down 2-1. But look at that.
正面
Hydras need to pull back to the
守
lurkers.
住问题不大。
Nice pullback. Remember, he does have
好
the
像没
Hydra
眼
upgrades
虫吧？
now. He's gonna at least take out the hatch trick if he clicks on it. And oh my, looks like he's not gonna
盲砸呀
try and win the fight. Actually, the lurker does very well because
这要没有管啊，这里。
Serral attacking the north though, looking for an opening.
两个人对拖，就拼飞蛇了。哎，怎么感觉大克一直在吃亏呀？
这种物
感觉
到
一直在
现在
吃亏，没
现在这个阶段物没用，大克没钱了，输了是吧？就打大后期打不过，
就后期他的这个飞蛇刺蛇操作，
而且明显就是在大后期 Zero 的这个思路非常清楚，就是用飞蛇跟你去搞。
Zero 可能大后期打的还是更多。
那是那肯定的。
But Dark has 4 versus 10. He has 1 Viper versus 6 Vipers. He has a few more Hydras, but
哎，不过话说，韩国这种大后期其实 CVZ 来说的话，打的真的很少，所以说你大后期你就大可的大后期打不过 Zero 很正常，熟练度不一样。Zero 知道这个时间点我要去干什么。
对。
不，大可前期拼了呀，但问题是拼不死呀。Zero 不，当然也跟大可没说了那么拼有关系啊，就没有那么拼，只能说拼的还不够。
Abathur, who evolved a lot of the Zerg units, especially the ones in StarCraft 2, has a bit of a sick sense of humor. And Dark definitely enjoys that as well, being the fun guy that he is. Hydra's taking a few lurker shots, but they'll clean it up. And 2 Hydras for a lurker, not a bad trade for Serral. Does deny another hatchery, at least Dark cancels that one. Dark trying to take this top left hatchery is crazy, but because he doesn't have
这个优势已经无限大了。
If he can surprise
Serral, 随便换了这个2比2的。
Maybe he can get back in this. It just feels like anytime
其
he's
实
fighting
刺
out
蛇
here
也
like
可以
this,
拉的，
really
拉条刺蛇也不亏，说实话。
8,000 in favor of Serral. That is insane. Oh, Hydra Lurker coming forward here as well. Hydra's trying to jump on top. Let's go! Dark trying to get good fights, but Serral's just too quick to pull back. He really needs Serral to just get caught out and take a bad fight. But look, Serral's
大哥这波刺要被包了就可以直接记了，
包了就可以GG了，他已经耗不过了。
Like normally you're only abducting power units, but Serral should just be looking for any value he can get. That'd be very effective. Serral has a lurker there catching a few long distance mining drones. I do think trying to take
这样其实部队可以集在一起，然后找机会去决战了。
Taking that hatchery, and then he just needs to control one area. Slowing this game down is key for Dark. He's not going to win by speeding it up. He's got to slow it down, and if he can just basically get his Viper count up to a similar number. Start abducting, slowly grow his lurker count, so he's got a little bit of insurance. He'll be good, but
就是你跟 Zero 打后期，他是最开心的。
And that lurker in the bottom right going to come in do a bit more harassment.
哎，很尴尬这个地方，哎。
Funny enough, if he clicks on that, oh no.
他应该打点基地，点基地的话就能够误伤到大哥的这个地刺了。
Serral is leaning forward in his chair quite a bit. You can tell the man has adrenaline pumping through his skull right now. He's going to have to go for a long walk after this series, win or lose. Dark still looks a bit more chilled. Do you think the Korean players always look quite poised? Oh, okay, big fight down here. Hydra versus Hydra. Upgrades are close.
有啥拉啥，好吧？不管你有什么都可以拉，没什么不可以拉的。拉了都是赚，反正
就耗嘛，大家其实就打消耗比耐心的。大可的操作到后期就是没有 Zero 好。
记了，这个
对吧 ？Zero 在这个后期的飞蛇操作，包括耐心上面，的确是要比大可要好。
平了啊，兄弟们。
2比2。 我觉
我
得大可可能后面要打一波了。
刚才这种真的就是你看到刺蛇也可以拉，看到房子你也可以拉，对不对？那当然最好就是拉这个飞蛇，拉地刺。
拉飞蛇，拉对面的飞蛇。
对啊，那没有的话，你就有什么拉什么，反正你能量又不是说要很久，对吧？这种都免费的，家里面多造2个 BV， 然后待会儿吸能量，对吧？也不会吸爆，吸爆也无所谓这个 BV。
对。
We are well on our way towards an awesome Pigfest 5, and it's thanks to all of your support. Thank you so much, everybody. You've all been very kind. Dark Fan with the $10, by the way. Appreciate the lovely love, my dude. Thank you so much. Was cheering for Dark.
Yeah.
He says, nah, I think that was after the previous game, guys. A poorly timed replay on the alert.
Upgrades aren't gonna be made.
Pretty sure with the $20 says peanut butter plus honey sandwich next, please. Heck yeah, dude. Thank you so much. That's a good sandwich, mate.
I can't be bothered adding more goals on.
什么东西？他就变$8000啦，这个逼啊！
Look what I sacrificed for you lot.
$8000是往后面投的吧？
Okay.
没有说$8000怎么样啊？
Assume Dark is ready. Serral is
他妈先筹了再说呀，给自己定个小目标。
The French boys, the Kazakh boys, the Korean boys, and the Polish boy all casting as well right now in their own language, which is good to see. Peanut butter and honey is great. I don't have honey in the house, guys. So last week I actually was having some sweet cravings, and twice I had peanut butter and treacle. Treacle, no,
这你妈水涨船高了。
golden syrup, peanut butter and golden syrup sandwiches. I like, you know, when you go rustling through the back of your pantry, and I'm like, I fucking need sugar. And I'm like, I was fiending, and I was just like, ooh, this is almost honey.
中后期没人打得过主宰，后期要想打赢 Zero 真的很难，因为 Zero 这个逼。 他有一点啊，他很有耐心，这个是其他选手可能做不到的。他可以反复不停的，就妈只跟你做一点点消耗，他都愿意去做。很多人可能打着打着到最后就受不了了，就冲了，对不对吧？
倒是。
就他很有耐心，他可以跟你慢慢打。
Evo chamber, Roach weren't really easy to wall off on this with a nice tight ramp. Unfortunately for Cyril, Dark is not early pulling.
你想一想，连粪坑之王 Michael 赛德最后都没耗过他。虽然那一场的确，妈的 Michael 赛德耗到后面都去打麻将了，但是没用。Cyril 还是愿意跟他一步一步的耗。
Perfectly timed spawning pool because Cyril always hits it just right. 103, just as it's ticking over to 104. Spawning pool goes down. The downside of this build is notice he's down 2 workers early on. You can see even 3 workers for a moment, which seems really bad. But because his queens pop out 10, 11 seconds earlier than normal, and his zerglings, you can easily defend cheese, and you've also got a hatchery that starts
他妈带着赛德老师守卫了韩服。
So you end up here
你不管怎么样
having 1 extra lava pop.
Zero 就在韩服打了这一把就走了，
And then you have your
一把打了他1个半小时还是多少？
12 seconds early. The 15-15 is
赛德老师打到后面直接去切出去打血流成河去了。
We have a couple videos talking about this, and I'm really
打一盘麻将回来，风暴甩一下，
basically, yeah.
再去打麻将。
was the first ones. I lost to a guy called Eric in a tournament. Kicked my butt. I thought he did a really dumb build. Chat told me he.
反正那盘打完 Zero 就再也没来过韩服了。
And then he beat me, knocked me out of the tournament. I cast his next game versus Dark, expecting him to get his butt kicked, and he beat Dark again.
哎，兄弟，我刚才卡是因为我内存不足吗？
Oh my god, maybe there's something to this.
还是因为我显存不足？问一下。
显存呐，显存。
And everyone was kind of like, yeah.
换电脑啦，孙哥。
That good. And then Cyril was the one guy that was like, I think this might be very good. And he started grinding it, and we have seen him use it in all 3 matchups to great effect. It's just an awesome variation that you can mix in there. What's really interesting is if you see this build as Dark, you're expecting no link speed. We have never seen a link speed variation from Cyril in this matchup, have we?
我多少？我32G 啊。
Usually,
32G 够了呀，就是显存不行啊。
2080太对啊。
2-base muta or some sort of form of 2-base roach sort of push. But he's actually going link speed this time. Notice he pulls the drone. Yeah, he wants to hide that.
32G 肯定够了呀，怎么可能不够
？CPU 有点老，那个多少 ？CPU 什么？那个什么99什么9900K。
But it's definitely a mind game. It's going to be a very heavy zergling pressure.
你说了呀，14代走起。
Injecting, droning super hard because this build is normally with no link speed.
什么年代还在2080？
Can't be aggressive. This is absolutely insane.
14代
such a clever build.
14900 KS 加4090加5090钛，
没有5090，他妈的谁哪有5090现在？
14900 KS 也还没有呀，后面就有了。
He does a different transition, catches opponents off guard.
整个拉满128G 内存。
Chat's claiming it as a North American build.
10T 硬盘。
in that vein. Surprise your opponent and try to knock him out.
拉满。
Dark. Oh, he's gonna see it. He does see the lings. Dark. But he didn't notice it. He didn't notice it. He's not walling off. Oh no, Dark's dead. He's dead. The lings are just going to click on that Evo chamber. He doesn't have enough hit points.
赌注但是可以强咬，再赌一层。我靠，低保！哎，这个赌其实已经赌得很好了，上面还能咬，上面能咬。
就感觉要被破啊，感觉要被破。
这个
看一看啊，感觉要被破，这个狗的数量有点多。
后面有没有狗
啊？破完蟑螂也差不多出来了吧 ？Zero 报那个补农民的 Zero 补农民的。
蟑螂塔给你咬了，再补
Zero 补农民的。
这样的话3矿应该没了呀，3矿肯定掉了。
3矿没了，他补农民的，还要留蟑螂，我靠！
Dark builds an emergency spire, realizing he's in a very awkward position right now. And that's a very smart move. I think Dark's playing very smart. That was a clutch save. Most Zergs would be dead there. Dark just did an amazing response. The fact that he didn't notice it over there, slight mistake, it happens. But the fact that
新
he
一
got
代
vision
现
of the
成
speed
撕
link
裂
here,
者
and then managed to
7995
get his
WX，
overlord
孙哥
off, and second layered it, got the spine, and then a
妈
third
个
layer.
鸡
Like that is
33900
Even though I think Cyril's a little
要
ahead in this
I
game,
9
with the mutas, he
13900K
definitely has a chance to try and get back in it.
什
Got
么
a
东
cute
西啊
little？ wall off. He's making roach speed
32
+1
级内
spire.
存，主板
Cyril should be able to build a
Z
nice worker advantage
790，
for himself in this situation.
哎呀，老了，孙哥，
显卡4090 ，RTS 4090，
Mutas don't care so
RTX
much about you being a
4090
little behind on
然
drones.
后
But Cyril's building roaches. That's bad.
你
for
们
Cyril
他妈
because
跟
they are-
孙一峰聊你妈2万块的 U， 你是不是看不起孙哥？
And oh my god, does Cyril
孙哥明天就去下个轮子，出去卖了就可以换了。
你去死吧你！
What?
把你的那个保时捷的备用胎下了，
Cyril is making carapace right now. You normally only do that with hatchery tech builds.
反正平时你胎也不会爆的，对不对？把那个备用胎拿去先
妈的，
换台电脑，
这种东西
谁用
以防万一的嘛，万一妈爆了呢？
Carapace wrecks mutas.
爆了再说呀。
It wrecks mutaling Bane.
你给他打电话打拖车
我问个
吗？
问题啊，兄弟们，那个
你会换备用胎吗？你又不会。
我问个，你先别别，我问个问题，要 i9什么13900K 和13900KF 有什么区别？我想问一句。
KF 就是不能超频的，好像，还是 KF 是没有显存的，我忘记了。哎，反正 K 更好一点，我忘记了，好像是没有显存的，没有核显是吧？对，就没有显存的 KF， 就阉割了的，就是个阉人，就跟你一样，是个太监，
毛，
不是一个完整的 CPU。
算了，等14代出来再去买，妈了个鸡！
买 KS 呀？
为什么买 KS 啊
？KS 就是官方帮你挑出来的大 U。
哦，是这样子啊！
哎呀 ，KS 就是最好的，你信我，拉满孙哥。
K 超频 F 没显，没核显。
He sees him breaking the rocks. Dark should know what's happening, and Dark is already massing roaches. Dark is down 15 roaches right now, though, and the queens are going to get over here pretty fast. Cyril has
Cyril 反手又是一波了，大可挡不住了啊！这个前期被这样搞了一波，飞龙他女王走上来了呀，飞龙也扛不住。哎，就是 KS 就是最好的呀，
我没有
乱讲，官方帮你挑的呀。
没有超频的这个说法，没有这个。
不用超呀 ，KS 拿到就是拉满。
直接顶上去，那么凶啊！
I think he needs to pull drones, but even then he is so outnumbered. This is a crisp
妈
timing.
真的是
印
印证了一句话，妈的兔子急了也会咬人。我靠 ，Cyril 也打一波了
，Cyril 也打一波了，他受不了了，他把被人打一波，与其被你打一波，还不如我打一波，对不对嘛 ？Cyril 也受不了了，打一波，反而效果还可以。
And he's making 2-1 upgrades that are only just started, so none of that investment's paying off.
我是不懂呀，妈的，我要懂那么多搞毛啊
！Perfect timing for Cyril, really well played. GG, well played.
妈的，那我就问一句，那个 KS 是不是最好的嘛
？KS 是最好的，是吧
？KS 是最好的呀 ，K 是能 ，K 的意思就是能超频。就没有锁那个背屏的，好像是。KS 是不是就最好的？
那我不需要超频的，
叫锐屏对吧？还是那
个？
你不用超呀 ，KS 就是最好的，就是官方帮你挑出来最好的。
不，什么叫官？就他 K 跟 K 之间都不一样的吗？难道妈的还有官方挑选最好的说法吗？
是呀，就是官方帮你挑的超级大雕，
超级大雕。
哎，你买就对了。跟你说了，把你的备胎拿去换了，你又不会换备胎，你会换备胎吗？
不会。
如果你在路上爆胎了，你能够把车的备胎换掉吗？你一个人？
不行。
那你不是还是要叫拖车？
我叫个师傅帮我换。
那既然你自己不会换又没用，你拿个备胎有什么用呢？还不
如
把备胎卖了换，
帮我换不就好了吗？
那你还不如他妈的他都既然人都来了，你让他帮你带一个呀？
你他妈懂不懂车啊？我靠，备胎是开不了很久的。你妈的你不懂在那边他妈跳什么？
你就把它卖了，去换台电脑。
我你妈的要换电脑，我为啥要去卖备胎嘛？我靠！我买电脑，我为什么要去卖电脑？老子妈的智力有问题是吧？我靠！
你就把那个备胎换了就好了，反正也不能用很久。
备胎是开不久的。
备胎为什么开不久啊？
它是备用的轮胎，不是那种正式的轮胎，开不久的。
哦，是这样的。
妈，我干脆把轮胎组的轮胎，干脆把车也卖了算了，好不好？
那帮我也换了呀，你车卖了，
我他妈帮法人也换了，行不行？
可以的，你还可以。
妈了个鸡！真的，
你反正平时也在家里面的，你又不出门的，你拿车搞毛啊？车卖了，把我们3个都换了，剩下多的就跟兄弟们抽了，那不挺好？
哎，妈了个鸡的！说的他妈我还有点小激动啊！我靠！
是的呀。
就把车卖了，给我们3个一人一台电脑，再抽一点给兄弟们，然后我还有点钱可以
帮
打
赛的都可以换的，你 TICU 的全部都换的都可以。
不换不了，这个真换不了，你想多了，黄哥。把森林也抽了，这你妈兄弟们帮我养是吧？
亚运会没有星际比赛啊，没有。
That's one of our old Pigfest hype videos, guys, from like Pigfest 2, I think. Pretty sure. Thank you for the love before. Dark fan. Big thanks. Brainless. Stupid work making me miss Pigfest yet again. Oh no.
换家也凑了，你们这些狗逼。
Absolutely insane, dude. Absolutely insane.
哎，我老了，我以后，黄哥，我想，我老了，我以后就去养老院。
你去养老院，我也准备去养老院。
对，我觉得不要给
养老院以后他养老院有电脑的呀，我们去养老院开黑啊。
我就觉得不要给小孩，对吧？多点负担，自己去养老院。
对啊，以后养老院也可以开黑的呀。
我没说开黑是开黑，就是说。
以后我去养老院，我就给自己搞台好点的电脑，妈每天在那里开黑，我操！
他妈的，对了，七小兔不是他妈要以后妈的给我养老的吗？我操！
他给你养个锤子了，他给你养老。
你妈的，在那边阳澄湖那边跟我就在就这种拍片的这种中间时间跟我说什么？你看，你给我刷点礼物，对不对？我以后就是你的家人了，我以后给你养老。我说好呀，不要说了，抽着给你，到时候给你晚上回去搞个办卡，好吧？他说办卡，妈的你要有点诚意的。我说你妈的，你先拿出点诚意啊！妈的，我慢慢就有诚意了呀，对不对？你看你怎么先给我养老呀？
哎，不是，我说老实话，以后像我们老了的养老院，他绝必会配电脑的，
会，
绝必会配。你想我们这代人如果老了去养老院，你妈的没有电脑，你让我怎么办？我天天他妈的在那里下象棋吗？不可能的呀。 说不定还可以自带电脑呢，我带台好点的去。
不，你要自带电脑，这个没有人会阻止你的。你妈的自带电脑怎么会有人阻止你嘛？
对呀，我整台好点电脑去，我他妈还要直播呢，到时候。
哎，我决定以后就老了就养老院，到我有点走不动了，好吧，我就养老院了，60来岁吧，差不多吧。
哎，到时候再说吧，反正。
A lot of people come to my channel from bronze to GM. They come from learning content. They've started playing ladder from watching pro games like this or whatever.
我最近就
投资自己开个养老院，
我开不起。
这个要多拉点人呀！我们老了，貔貅什么阿
奎
这些也老了呀。
找貔貅他们去投呀！妈的，以后你们也要住进来的呀，兄弟。
不是他们，我们老了，他们也差不多了呀。
对啊，不，他们还是比我们年轻的，好吧？
也没年轻多少，年轻个10岁也要准备起来了呀。
就我们先探探路是吧？意思就是啊。
是的呀。我们大家集资，妈整个养老院，妈的自己投的安心点。
那现在问题就是，
是不是？
我们如果要投养老院的话。问题是地点选在哪里？
地点嘛，阿奎你妈的修房子的，他你妈的这个擅长的呀。
不，我说的是在哪个城市搞？
那就上海搞好了呀。他松江还有块地，好不？我们留到你妈以后修养老院，好吧？
他他妈不砍死你！我操！他妈的，妈的，老子松江的地肯定自己盖自己房子，他妈还盖养老院，你们去死吧！我靠！他妈
不是离你家近，离你家跟离我家都差不多远的呀。
这你妈！
Okay, this could be it, everybody. We've got Cyril in the bottom left side of the map, Dark in the top right, and this has been a barn.
我其实很想去这种小一点的城市。
I'm so proud of Dark in that last game. He may have lost the map, but he has won my heart. The fact that he survived the sneakiest Zergling all-in I have ever seen, a 15-15,
杭州
which Cyril almost
杭州
exclusively
杭州其实真的挺好的。除了你们说的这个，就是你们说是美食荒漠之外，其实杭州真的蛮好的。你看我平时就杭州的一些，就是这些司机都有妈的这种人心横道让人的这个说法，让人让自行车让电动车的说法，就很自觉的，已经习惯了已经。
Next map, if we get there, is Neo Humanity. Cyril's gonna have a slightly faster link speed. Dark's gas coming in just a second or two later. No big difference there. They've both been opening pretty standard for the most part. That last
都是裸双提速狗。
so I expect another quick third hatchery.
不，真的，我觉得这个事情我们妈的40岁了，差不多可以考虑起来了。
你不要跟我说，你只要说服你把你亲戚把松江的地拿出来就可以了，其他他妈的都不是问题，好吧？我操，对不对？其他是什么问题吗？
妈的，可以考虑起来了。
你先把这件事情搞定，其他都不是问题。换句话说，你妈的这些人里面，我们这些人里面，谁能够把地搞定，他说在哪里就在哪里，好吧？
开始战略规划了，已经。
哎。直接爆狗毒爆一波了 ，Cyril 也是打得很拼啊，对吧？
I can literally force the game to do whatever I want. He's morphing Banelings on the right and the left in a moment. He's going for it. Cyril is going for broke. The Lings blood out. Banelings are going to be morphing. His Baneling nest is a little slow, I guess. Oh, Dark's looking for it, but he misses it. Dark misses the Zerglings. They're just out of vision.
不会在长时间住在自贡。
Banelings on the left. The Banelings aren't going on the right yet. I think he's going to try to hide those inside the main base. Banelings finishing for Dark at the perfect time.
这个完全靠操作了，完全靠操作。
双方拼一波操作。
对，哎呀，又偏了一个。其实这个时候 OB 压力很大，因为这狗毒爆这个东西，你稍微一个不看，可能就
对，稍微不注意就撞到了。
对。
Cyril 是一个压制标准的一个 BV， 然后升一攻的。
Lair is on the way right now for Dark. Dark is down just a couple of workers.
一波鸭子之后感觉打不进去啊。
As those lings run down
我
the
靠，
right,
这个
Cyril
跑的
wisely
是不是
ducking
也
those
有
drones
点
off from that
他妈太
phase.
快了 ？Zero。
All right, Lings and Banes will come up to resecure this mineral line. Cyril's still ahead a little on workers, but Dark is playing Mutalisks. I love it. Second gas, third gas, and Spy and Lair already on the way. The Roach Warren is absolutely a fake. He builds an Evo chamber as if to sell a
这种
story.
妈搞什么养老院这种都说的，妈自己找一个养老院住这么好了，我靠，说个锤
You want to
子
be！able to block this from Zerglings getting in. That Evo should
等
be
我以后
one
老了
space
啊
on the left.
现在说
Between
你
Cyril's
现在
next
别
Zergling
管，
scout
我跟你
could
说
get in for the scout and
现在
Cyril's
现
going
在妈的
Problem
20
is,
年后
this is
谁知道
it.
什么情况呢？说不定他们真的有妈的有认识的逼去投资养老院的，我跟你说，
那
看
也有可能，有可能。
Zerglings, and I think he will get inside. See how it goes.
你别慌，
To the left for now.
你
Where is
因为这个
Zerglings?
话题我曾经在他妈那个电竞群里面也看到有人在聊。
你什么时候看到你亲戚可以跟你亲戚聊聊
Oh，no, Cyril's
来聊聊养老院的前景，
droning
然后
there.
接话术
Oh,
接下去就是
Neomise
我
is
觉得松
great
江那
for
块
Dark.
地还
Cyril
可以。
built a bunch of safety roads, a bunch of safety lane. He's sitting there with it. He's not even and Dark has tricked him, man. Cyril saw a fast Roach Warren, and he's been conditioned to play so careful against fast Roach
不
Warrens.
我觉得他应该 他应该会考虑松江那块应该不会拿来搞，他应该崇明那个会拿来搞。
啊，崇明那个，
崇明那个其实说实话还不错的，
还可以的。
如果真的搞成养老院，环境真的挺好的。 对吧？又大又多又大，环境又好。
再过来压一波，打不进跑。但大哥这个龙塔科技非常的快，他之后是转龙狗的。
So you guys know a common thing is pretending you're going to attack a Zerg, get them scared so they don't build drones. Problem is, if you do that and they've already built all the drones,
崇明市环境还可以的。
it doesn't really achieve anything. And that's what just happened for Cyril.
他现在不是每天在那里种那个什么？
Yes, he does. He's building a
之前还不是种大米吗？前几年我们还卖过他大米，挺好吃的。我每年都吃。
现在在种什么？
我不知道，有时候卖种玉米什么。
就土地利用土地，先妈的能搞点就搞点什么东西是吧？
种大米有段时间种的挺好，挺好的。
那个大米应该没了，那个应该没了大米，
不知道。
它这个米好吃是因为是那个什么遗迹稻是吧？
对对对，
就一年种一次的，
一年种一次嘛。
就是。
然后它是一年种一次，然后剩下的时间就是翻那个什么翻了来种那个叫什么玉米啊什么的。
这个种
是蛮好
吃的，这种东西我是没有研究的，这个就不知道了。
但你吃你知道，你吃下去你觉得好吃的。
I thought Sarah was going for it, but the fact that he's committed to 10 Hydralisks here against a Mutiling Bane play is terrible because Hydras are very weak against Banelings. Dark already has Baneling speed on the way, +2 melee on the way, and he's going for a 5th base.
龙狗毒爆，这大哥打得非常的，
大哥直接转手龙狗毒爆，大力出奇迹了，这把是他不准备转蟑螂了。
Zero 这个打法出
感染虫，
对，出感染虫，他待会儿蟑螂这个蟑螂自蛇要去压的。然后他的感染
定的怎么样？
他的感染虫就定你毒爆，他不定你别的东西。
不是，现在是这样的，你把你 Zero 现在看到这些蟑螂，他未必想得到对方是大力出奇迹。
第4台也在出了，
他现在在反复不停的侦查。
其实 Zero 现在不要管，现在就猥琐第4，然后3本，对吧？3本了之后，
对，就4片矿，家里面第一次飞蛇出来了再说。
对。
但大可不会给他这个时间的，大可肯定会冲，而且是龙狗毒爆直接冲脸的那种。看感染虫4把定的怎么样吧。这一波龙狗撞得好，直接就死了。感染虫看到了，他已经看到感染虫了。
这个飞龙有点
看怎么用了，这波龙狗
数量有点多啊。
哎，Zero 这波顶出来有点妖哦。直接强行往里走，飞龙没控制，打个多线，Zero 好像都防住了，没有死农民。
第一次按出来就不怕。
我觉得大克要输了。
对，第一次只要按出来就不怕赌爆了。
大克要输了这么打，你冲不了，你这个没有资源转型的，大克要输了。Zero 已经很明白，你知道你大力出奇迹了，家里面开始插防空，出地刺。一把定看有没有？没有。再滚，强滚！大可也不管了，大力出奇迹。
这个是真大力出奇迹。好，三光圈再来。
呀，这个时候不管了呀，就大力出奇迹，一直换经济了，不管了。
换吧，换吧。
强行换经济，哎，这波换的还可以哦，还可以哦。
这样了。
讲实话还可以。
这飞龙有点多啊！
这波飞龙把 Zero 穿的很乱，很乱，家里面就一个防空，
强行
挡不住，挡不住，一个防空挡不住。哎 ，Zero 要被穿死吗？
有点烦。哎呦，第
有第四了，不好搞了。赶紧过来电，一把叮到5条飞龙，没用，闪开直接强吃。不敢去，不敢去，有刺蛇。
哎，差不多，差不多。
大可又按了14条飞龙。
一个矿一根反攻是不够的，你至少要一个矿要2个。
对，他又按了14条飞龙。
22 Mutalisks are out, and there is not much to defend it. Cyril has a hive, but he only just got his first Carapace. Carapace is the most important upgrade against Mutaling because Zerglings and Mutas do low damage. Mutas have a bounce, and every bounce gets damage reduced from your armor.
反正不管了呀，这个他已经停不下来了，就大力出奇迹，然后冲，他升个 VI 跳3本，准备出牛了。就那么回事了，冲到底。但 Zero 现在有第4啊，他没有机会冲，2个第4了，强滚，没有机会了。Zero 现在防守太有经验了，马上飞蛇出来，飞蛇出来，你的飞龙也没用了。我觉得大可输了。大可输了，兄弟们！大可输了，无懈可击了。这他没有转型空间的，大可只能转牛，然后最后靠牛狗去包。没有奶不奶啊，大可是输了呀。怎么赢嘛这个局面？妈进去有飞蛇的呀。怎么赢？你告诉我怎么赢这个局面？你杀点农民，哎，分点飞龙，哎，点飞蛇还行，这个操作，但是飞龙的控制还不错啊，这个地方。
好了，飞蛇
这边不是本啊，
还有一个沃，还有一个沃，哎，3本被打了。
不是。他飞蛇没死啊，关键你治标不治本。
这个局面大可也得慢慢去这个转
地刺。
他如果还是
我靠，大可
加空投，他
你们看输赢就只看农民数量嘛？什么50几个农民打80几个农民就输了什么的？那跟农民数量有什么关系嘛？现在就是看大可能不能撕开 Zero 防守了，撕不开就 GG。但科技上已经完全被 Zero 压制了，他就转牛了呀，他拼命转牛。哎 ，Zero 怎么送了波蟑螂？咦，
蟑螂。
哎，这波蟑螂送的 Zero 有点二啊！这波蟑螂送的，他为什么出去送了波蟑螂啊？大可反正转牛了，拼一枪。现在这些狗啊，这些都是换人口用的。
有点凶的这个2攻的狗。
对他进去换人口，他最后就是要转成牛，然后牛飞蛇冲一枪。你说现在毒爆什么想滚是滚不到的。他主要就是压制 Zero 的经济，然后最后牛飞蛇冲一波，飞蛇慢慢的，就是飞龙是慢慢的耗掉，不能一次性被融化，然后最后牛狗毒爆，牛狗毒爆飞蛇冲一波，这个让我有点想起了，哎 ，Zero 怎么有点急啊？他怎么在出门呢 ？Zero 怎么被包了？这什么东西啊？
这个被包惨了，
他为什么会出门的？
他是不是他可能觉得这把
他没有理由出门啊？这个局面，
他可能觉得已经输了，最后想出门一波看看。
他为什么会出门呢？他4片光在家里面守着不就好了吗？爆地刺，洗防空，怎么都能憋成200人口出门的呀？ 这个是 Zero 自己出门的问题，就是他在这个防守上面出了巨大的问题。
唉。
这个出门问题很大，看不懂。我看不懂局势哈，我看不懂，我看不懂他为什么要。
你们太过分了。
That's fine. So we're gonna rehost, guys. It's Neo Humanity decide the whole thing. Don't listen to Dodge, guys. She's joking. She used up all of her.
大可多少矿都没用，那最后他如果第四飞蛇刺蛇成型，4片矿的虫族是怎么都成得了型的。成型 A 出去就死了，你牛这些也打不过的呀，除非是你第4埋得很差，最后被飞蛇误了，然后牛包夹包死。
Thank you, Hinterlistic with the 777. Thank you very much, Egyptian Snow Panda, Sensios, and everyone else. A bunch of subs, Ashamed Crab, Funky, Kraken, Wardeye, G-Line, B-Line, Wardeye, Candeye. Sorry, guys, I know that's a bit of a throwback. I think it's
3比3了啊，
也好，也是好事情。
Reval with the 10 months,
7000刀了已经，我还低估他了。
再吹吹就8000了
，8000了，我低估他了，兄弟们，有东西啊，这兄弟。这怎么了
？So many raffle tickets! Oh my god! I feel like we need to come up with like more prizes. Get some of my like.
不知道是。
We do have some old mousepads and things, so I gotta cast the finals first, but you can do whatever you want for that for finding out.
来了。
I think we're gonna have to draw more raffle prizes just to reward our supporting people.
最后一把，双方没有选择很极端的战术啊。Zero 上把输的真的太二了。
Intensity is real. Dark in the bottom right side of the map, looking very focused. Zero looking straight up frustrated. He's been talking to himself, kind of biting his lip. And you know he's tired, man. These best of 7s are exhausting for both players. They are so much that goes into every game, every decision. And it is going to be Hatch first versus Hatchery first on Neo Humanity. I cannot wait to see how this goes. Now, Dark did make sure we hosted the ESL version. I believe the ESL version fixed the bug where Ravages couldn't fit through a single gap here or something like that.
这张图其实变化挺多的。
I think that's the only difference. I don't think it'll come into play, but we'll see.
大可先期矿要爆狗。
Dark is always adamant about using the ESL version of Royal Blood as well. This is gasless.
大可是裸双。
Ooh, Sarah's playing.
停农民，先狗期矿爆狗了。我靠，你妈的最后一盘搏命啊！这一波战术有点狠啊！狗速大概要快个20秒，搏命呢。
I'm not calling Dark a dumbass, in case you guys don't know. I used to call this build the dumbass.
大可拼一场，最后一把亮剑。
And it was the only game he lost in that semi-finals. It's a crazy Ling all-in, because you make it look like a normal hatchery expand, but then you go straight for gas and pool, and you flood very fast Zerglings and potentially Banelings across the map. We'll see how much Dark commits. It's going to be very hard to stop, and Game 7 when you're tired, your reaction speed's going to be down. It's especially tough. And yeah, he's leaving on gas, so he's going to go Ling Bane. Probably a 21, maybe 22 drone Ling Bane all-in at most. See how he does it. That Overlord needs to turn around for Serral. Serral is going Ling speed, pulling a worker off gas. Serral's playing standard.
拼一枪！
爆狗了呀！他是停农民。
20个农民爆狗拼一枪吗？
And that's the wrong call. You do not need a third. Oh, and he's taking the purple gas. Guys, wait, did they have this exact same setup?
他是这样的，他是停农民先血吃气矿，然后看起来像是裸双，实际上他是爆狗，家里面藏狗一波。他就裸双的时间跟你是一样的，但是后面就是狗速比你快20秒。然后爆狗搏一枪 ，Zero 这个不好赌啊，这个口。 总有种 Zero 要被他阴死的感觉。Zero 在咬中间的岩石，哎 ，Zero 在咬中间的岩石。
他难道
不会过不去吧？
感觉到了吗？看时间啊，Zero 也在爆狗了。
不是，他中间岩石有可能咬掉的，不会过不去吧？中间岩石咬掉了，好像。
掉了。Zero 看到了。
下面绕。
Zero 看到了。
没看到吗？
看到了。
哦，看到了。Zero 你妈把中间岩石咬了吗？哦，没有。大哥是从下面绕的。这进不去吧？这不
进不去，他人家爆狗了，
进不去啊 ！Zero 应该是存了一波虫卵，我感觉是存了一波虫卵，
一个女王都咬不死，哇靠，完美手做
！Zero 猜到了，他应该是存了一波虫卵，不然的话不可能一下按18条狗的呀。要么就是 Zero 本身自己也想打一波。一会儿可能要重新看一遍才知道为什么 Zero 怎么判断的这个地方。大哥还故意绕了一下狗，但是 Zero 18条狗直接按下去了。不一定是猜到的，有可能是 Zero 本身自己想打一波，对吧？你说大可刚才绕的那波狗 ，Zero 放的房子应该是看不到这个绕狗的，他放的2个房子的位置，一个在右边这个地方，一个在下面黄金矿的这个位置，应该是看不到狗出来的。然后 Zero 刚好按了18条狗下去，也就是说他存了一波虫卵。那他通过什么方式来判断到大可爆狗一波的呢？那只有一种可能，就是他也想打一波，刚好误打误撞撞到大可打一波。只有这一个可能啊。
但不管怎么说，到现在这个局面，大可就已经很难打了。
这个已经输了呀，这个局面就要打毛啊！
蟑螂都出来了，
这妈的 Zero 还有个高能瓦斯矿呢。打一波咬岩石是他故意咬给你看的，他那个基地可能都是放给大可看的，就放到前面这个位置，让你感觉我是开高能瓦斯，然后这个 timing 点不是爆狗的，然后他在那里悄悄咬这个岩石让大可看，然后大可一看你咬岩石，感觉你叫运营嘛，他可能就是在做表情，他岩石也没咬掉啊，他就咬了一会儿啊。
只有 Sola 能占 Zero 啊，现在这样看。
但是3比4的比分，大可是有机会的，对吧？只有可能是他在做表情，然后刚好他想打一波，结果大可一波狗过来，他笑嘻了，这不是中彩票了
？Zero 现在也不打你，他就继续的去防守，然后你要爆狗冲，他刚好能防住。
这个也只能说是 Zero 也有点变化，就是他以前在最后一场他不太打一波的。他一般都是稳着运营，然后结果遇到他打一波，
这狗被绕狗真的是有点烦。
Zero 还是多10个农民啊，巨大优势。他有个，
不是
他有一个这个高能瓦斯，
他这个局面他根本就不急，你知道吗？他就我按部就班的出蟑螂，我急什么嘛？
我等2本好了，等那个蟑螂速度好了再跟你打。
这个不急太烦了，这个不急。
不是他被穿一波狗无所谓的，他农民还是领先那么多啊。他踩着高能瓦斯，他慌个毛啊！他是很清楚的知道他的经济是比大可要好的。
对。
所以他有资本升2本，然后出1攻蟑螂，他等1攻蟑螂好，1攻蟑螂好了，个蟑螂速度好了我再打。这个局面给我都赢
了。赢不了。
可能吧？
不，我看你不要高估自己，我觉得你的话还未必，好吧？
给我无脑一波有胜率，我
有胜算，只能这么说。
有胜算啊，有胜算，未必能赢，但是有胜算。就是我现在就无脑按蟑螂，一直按到等那个蟑螂速度
3个基地，反正我卵不停住，妈个鸡，一攻好了，
蟑螂速度好，一攻一好我就
A，
妈的能赢就赢，
有机会，这有机会。
如果这一波打不进去，那我就赢不了，
那就记了，
对吧？只能无脑一波，什么运营这些木有。
这个4换也不可能开，我就告诉你，所有的钱反正都按蟑螂，
对吧？这个有胜率，我只能说
有胜率，因为实在优势是有点大。
对你这个蟑螂拼蟑螂，你说技巧有多少也不会有太多技巧，
就拉个阵型的事情。黄哥又不是弱智，阵型他怎么可能不知道怎么拉？
对啊，就你看153人口的蟑螂 A 过去，战斗人口多1倍，就这个蟑螂数量，我觉得我 A 过去大可也挡不住，
不是很好挡。
哎呦，哎，
但没威力
了，没了，对吧？即便他主场作战，这么多蟑螂 A 过去，他也挡不住。就无脑 A。
然后这个时候，这种局面，黄哥你绝对不会退的，你就他妈莽过去。
我退个毛，我他妈就顶着火往前冲，好吗？
顶过去就赢了呀，琪琪。
他妈中火也 A 的呀。
我们恭喜一下 Zero 啊，最终是拿到了这次 PIG 的比赛的冠军啊。
怎么可能退嘛 ？Zero 还是强啊，4比3拿到了这个冠军。哎呀，
好了，兄弟们，那我这边继续去这个王阿姨去了啊。
去吧，你去吧。
去王阿姨去了，等等啊。